They said the job would be easy. Sit in the booth, do a walkthrough every couple of hours, don't fall asleep. I'd just been laid off from my warehouse job and was 3 weeks behind on rent, so when I saw the ad, night security guard needed, quiet shift, decent pay, I applied the same day. The garage was old. 8 levels, all concrete, built in the 60s, and it hadn't aged well. Cracks webbed across the floors. The lights buzzed like insects trapped in fluorescent tubes. Water stains covered the ceiling. The kind of place that felt forgotten even when you stood in the middle of it. I arrived a little early. The only other person there was the site manager, a wiry, pale man named Greg. He didn't shake my hand, just glanced at his watch and handed me a laminated card. It was already smudged with fingerprints and coffee stains. "Read this. Memorize it. Keep it on you at all times," he said, eyes darting toward the stairwell. "I'm serious." The card listed 8 rules. They were typed in blocky font, like from a typewriter, and a few words were underlined in red ink. Garage security, night shift protocol. Effective 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. 1. Begin your shift with a full walkthrough, level 1 to level 8. Do not skip any levels. 2. Do not use the elevator between 2:33 a.m. and 3:04 a.m. 3. If you hear someone calling from the stairwell but see no one, do not respond. 4. If a black SUV with no plates enters between 1:10 to 1:20 a.m., stay in the booth. Do not approach. 5. If more than 3 cars are parked on level 7, leave immediately and lock the stairwell door. 6. If a man in a brown suit asks for the time, say, "It's always midnight here." 7. Do not look into the mirrors in the level 4 bathroom. 8. Don't whistle. Ever. I read the rules twice. Then looked at Greg. "This some kind of hazing thing?" "No. And if you break even one of them, you'll wish it was just a joke." He didn't stick around to explain. Just turned and left, his car tires squealing as he pulled out of the garage like the place was on fire. I stuffed the card in my pocket and shook my head. People are weird, I thought. Especially night shift people. The booth was a small glass cube near the level 1 entrance. Inside was a cheap desk, 2 monitors for the security cameras, a busted coffee maker, and an old black and white TV bolted to the wall, turned off. I checked the time, 10:07 p.m. Might as well start the walkthrough. I took the stairs. The elevator looked wrong. It was too clean. Not a single scratch on the buttons, even though the walls were dented and smeared with what looked like old grease. So I took the steps, starting from level 1 and moving up. Level 1 was half full. The dim lights gave the concrete a yellow tint, like old teeth. Some cars had dusty windows, left there who knows how long. One truck had a parking ticket stuck to the windshield, dated October 2019. It was February of 2025. Level 2 was empty, except for a puddle that stretched across the floor. No sign of leaks. No dripping sound. Just water. Still. Too still. Level 3 smelled like burnt rubber. Something had left tire marks that curled in circles around the pillars. My flashlight flickered. Then I reached level 4. I remembered rule 7 before I even stepped out. Don't look in the mirrors. There was only one bathroom on this floor, next to the stairwell. The door creaked open with barely a touch. The light inside buzzed erratically. I walked past without looking. But curiosity, it's a bitch. I peeked. The mirror above the cracked sink was small. Dirty. I only saw a smudge of myself. Then, like a ripple in water, my reflection moved before I did. It tilted its head to the side. Slowly. I wasn't moving. I blinked. The lights above me buzzed louder. And the reflection smiled. I ran. Level 5 and 6 were uneventful, but I could feel something following me. Not close, just distant, watching. Level 7 was ice cold. There were 2 cars. Then, a third. I blinked. Where the hell had that third one come from? I stepped closer. My boots echoed too loud in the quiet. The third car was black. Windows tinted too dark. There was something in the back seat, something hunched. Then I saw the fourth car pulling in. I didn't wait. I backed toward the stairwell and slammed the door shut behind me. Rule 5. If more than 3 cars are parked on level 7, leave immediately. Lock the stairwell. I did exactly that. Level 8 was worse. It was completely empty, but the walls were wet, as if the ceiling had been crying. A folding chair sat in the center of the lot, facing the far wall. On it was a single item. My wallet. Open, with my driver's license missing. I hadn't brought my wallet with me. When I got back to the booth, the monitors were fuzzing out. The level 4 camera flickered and went black. Then it showed something else entirely, me, in the booth. But I wasn't moving. On the screen, my face began to stretch. On the actual security glass, I caught a reflection. Something behind me. I spun. Nothing there. 1:14 a.m. The SUV arrived. No plates. Headlights off. Silent. It circled the floor once. Twice. Then parked right in front of the booth. I crouched down. The windows were so dark they seemed to eat the light from the booth. A tapping sound. Not from the glass. From inside my head. Tap. 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 I heard a whisper. Come outside. I gritted my teeth and didn't move. My ears bled. Literally. Thin trails of red down my neck. I watched as the SUV slowly reversed, drove toward the ramp, and disappeared. The monitors returned to normal. Except now, on level 4, the mirror was cracked. A fresh handprint smeared in the glass, on my side of the mirror. At 2:33 a.m., the elevator dinged. Rule 2. Don't use the elevator between 2:33 and 3:04. I didn't plan to, but the doors slid open. Inside was a man in a janitor uniform, back to me. He was scrubbing the wall. There was nothing on it, but he kept rubbing, hard enough that his skin began to peel. Then he stopped, turned around, and said, "You missed a spot." The door shut. I stayed in the booth. At 3:08 a.m., I made the last walkthrough. Everything was different. The stairwell was dripping wet. The puddles on level 2 were gone, but footprints remained, barefoot, leading in every direction. The air smelled like something had rotted in the walls for weeks. Level 4, the mirror was gone. Just a black hole in the wall. As I passed it, I felt fingers brush my neck. Level 7 had 5 cars now. But I'd locked the stairwell earlier. They shouldn't be there. As I stood frozen, the car lights flashed once. Twice. Then every car honked at the same time. The sound echoed so loud I screamed. I bolted down the stairs. Then I saw him. At the entrance. Tall. Brown suit. Too clean. He stepped toward the booth. I ran to it, locked myself inside. He stopped at the glass. His mouth didn't move, but I heard the words in my head. Got the time? I almost said 3:27. But rule 6. It's always midnight here. He smiled. His face began to rot in front of me, skin melting, eyes sinking. Then he vanished. The rest of the night passed in silence. At 6 a.m., my phone buzzed. Alarm. I had survived. I grabbed my things, except my wallet was still gone. And on the desk, the rule card had been replaced. Black cardstock. 12 rules now. One new sentence at the bottom. Welcome. The garage has accepted you. You may never leave. I walked out into the morning light, heart pounding. Every week since, I get a paycheck. No return address. No bank logo. Just cash, direct to my account. I never went back. but sometimes, at night, I hear it. Ding. And the whisper. Come see.